The last video I uploaded was about comparing the Itel A70 and A60. I figured out from your comments that you guys didn't really want that video. So based on your comments from that video, this video is going to be a comparison between the Itel A70 and the S23. So here is the Itel S23 along with the A70. Which of these phones is better? Let's find out. First of all, the S23 is 99,000 naira and the A70 is 88,000 naira. These prices are for their highest variant of 8GB RAM and 256GB of internal storage. So what we have here is the A70, which is 11,000 naira or thereabout, cheaper than the S23. Check out the link in the description of this video for their current prices. And if you want to buy either of this phone, be sure to use the voucher code, which is also in the description. At least, it should be more than enough to take care of your delivery fee. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel as well. Basically, the first thing we should look into is their design. They have the same glossy matte finish at the back. The extra awesome designed by Itel right up at the back of the A70 makes it look a little more premium. Also, I prefer the camera module of the A70 as well. Aside from this, their frames and cutouts are perfectly the same. On the side note, this is something Itel has repeatedly done. They will change the back design of the phone, maybe by rearranging the camera module and paint the back with different colors. But the real structure of the phone remains the same. From here, you can see that their front cameras, flashlight and call speakers are exactly the same. They have the same height and weight. So structure-wise, they are all the same thing. Could it be that every year, Itel only design one frame for all the phones they will launch, make a few changes to their back design, give them different names, and start marketing them? It's still the same phone then. Probably why IP rating is not in sight in the near future for Itel phones. But anyways, however Itel manipulates the design of the A70, it is preferable to the S23. The next thing we should look into is their camera. S23 comes with a 50 megapixel main camera and an 8 megapixel selfie camera. The selfie camera of the A70 is the same as the S23, but the rear camera is 13 megapixel. Starting with their night mode, the S23 brightens pictures taken in the dark much better. In normal photo mode, it's the same thing on some settings depending on light. It is only color that varies, but in other settings, you get better pictures on the S23. The S23 works best under low light when compared with the A70. Even in portrait mode, you still get better blur on the S23. Now, the difference is not much, but worth mentioning. There is still no big difference in their video footage. However, I prefer the S23 footage because it provides more details. As tiny as the leaves of this flower, the S23 camera can render them sharper than the A70. Then their front cameras. Here we have just the opposite of their back cameras. Although they both have the same 8 megapixel sensor, the A70 is a bit more sharper with better color adjustment. It is still the same with their video mode. You can make better videos with the selfie camera of the A70. Aside from their prices, design and front camera, the last advantage of the A70 is its operating system. It runs on Android 13 Go edition, while the S23 runs on Android 12. A70 is also based on Itel's latest operating system, which is the Itel OS V13. The S23 is based on an older version, V8. This is because the A70 is a more recent phone. Their last difference is their performance, and if you already own the S23, the performance is one main reason why switching to the A70 should be off the table. Don't even think about it. The A70 comes with a T603 processor, while the S23 has a T606 processor. How does these processors compare? I have opened up the settings app along with other apps on both phones for a couple of times, and the S23 is always faster. Even scrolling through the screen is better on the S23. Performance is one major aspect of every phone, and this alone makes the S23 a better phone here. It doesn't mean that the A70 is a bad phone. The specs are good for the price and it is worth buying, but the S23 is just better. Every other aspect of both phones remain the same. Their display, their storage, their battery, and their charging capacity. Let me know what you think in the comment section. About 3 weeks ago, I made a post here on YouTube asking you guys to choose which phone I should compare the Itel S23 Plus with. About 1,500 of my subscribers, basically you guys, took part in that exercise. 54% went for Tecno Camon 20. But because the prices of phones have gone so high, this broke me sitting down right here is finding it hard to get the Camon 20. But once I get it, I'll make the comparison video. and I hope you understand. The full review to the Itel A70 and S23 is currently on the screen. Also remember to use the link in the description just in case you want to buy either of this phone. See you around.